What's going on, everybody? Welcome to a brand new video on the channel. Welcome to a couple of brand new cars added into Forza Horizon 5. Two cars that I know for a fact not a single person playing this game has ever asked for. First of all, myself included, not knowing that these cars even existed, but here's the MG6. Of course, it is, as you can see, a car for the Chinese market, but it's an MG6. It's a little saloon. I guess it's like a little sportback design on the rear end here. But it's actually not a terrible looking car. It's something weird to say about MG in its current state. MG back in the day when he used to make the ZS and the ZR and I think there's another one. I can't remember exactly what it is. There's another one in this game even that they added ages ago, which I really loved, and they actually drove really well in this game. But that's old MG. That's British MG. There it is, the X-Power SVR. That's very cool. These ones, the MG3, and then obviously I'm going to take a look at this car as well, which is the same MG6 except it's the race car version of the current car that I'm driving right now. So yeah, I like old MG. They're cool, but new ones I don't really know anything about them because, again, like I said, it's for the Chinese market mostly. So this definitely is not something that I'd be interested in. But it actually doesn't look too bad. It actually doesn't look too bad. It's not a terrible car. Well, looking anyway. As for driving it, I mean, the sound is just boring. It sounds like every other four-cylinder that's ever been added to this game. Rev's pretty high. Okay. No pops or bangs or anything? No? Not allowed? Ooh, a little bit of crackle. The tiniest bit of crackle. Okay. Well, what I'm going to do with this car is obviously I'm going to tune it and do some stuff to it. And then the race car I'm going to take out as well. The race car actually comes as standard in A-Class. Like fully just A-Class built. So I kind of want to take it out and see what it's like for racing. This thing has terrible tires. I mean, it is a street car, but it's got some terrible tires. Maybe because it's raining, maybe because we're in the storm season, but yeah, it's not a fantastic thing. I'm just sort of front-wheel drive drifting this thing with my handbrake. Alright, let's do stuff to it. Let's change some stuff on this guy, see what we have available, see what engine swaps we have available as well. Again, it's something new, you know. At least these are cars that haven't been in any other Forza game before. But I just don't like that they cater so much to the Chinese market with all of these after, I guess, after release cars. I mean, we've gotten a bunch of cars in the car pass, but I mean, there's a bunch of the cars that we got on the festival playlist since then are just cars that have either already been in the game before or in the series before, or cars that are for the Chinese market. Which is fine, right? They have a fan base over there as well, but it's just odd. It's just odd that we get like these sort of like backhanded or like, you know, releases for this game. I mean, we could put a Honda engine in it, which is the 2-liter inline 4 VVT, whatever it is, F20. I'm pretty sure is what it is. That's the engine that we have available. I don't like that it's front wheel drive, so I'm gonna change that. It definitely needs some track width changes because this looks disgusting like this. It has like flared wheel arches added on because this is what it's called, the X-Power version of the regular car. I'm guessing it has all that little extra body kits and everything. But it also looks like they decided to keep the standard track width to the normal MG. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and turn this thing. I think it'll be better if I turn it. Let's do rear wheel drive. We can't do a lot of power, or we can't add a lot of power to this thing. We probably put a Honda engine in it. It's going to rev a lot higher as well. And it's going to sound a lot better too. As for supercharger or turbocharger, I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to keep it at 8 this time around, just to see what that's like. Obviously we have little extra aero bits and pieces that we can have on this thing. It doesn't look like we can change them. It doesn't change. It adds like the tiniest little bit of a splitter on the front. This is probably the only... Oh, it has counters as well. Okay, I didn't even see the counters. It doesn't have a little tow hitch on the front, though. This is very subtle stuff here. I like this. This is nice. I'm going to put that on. Weirdly enough. And then, of course, we can get rid of the rear wing completely. But I actually like the rear wing that's on this thing. The X-Power wing that they have on it. Except it's not adjustable, so I'm just going to... I don't really care. about that at all. So stock tires, obviously, which is weird. Okay, it's weird because I just look at it now. So the stock tires, whoops, didn't mean to do that. The stock tires are technically sports tires, but they had like no grip when I was driving them. Maybe because they're really, really thin. They do look like what, 225s or something, or 205s. Yeah, stock tire compound. They're sports tires because the next selection up is the semi-slick racing tires. So I definitely want to give this thing maybe some better tires. I don't really care about sliding this thing too much. I kind of want to just drive it and see if it grips up. But I'm also not going to be able to give this thing a huge amount of power. 245s. They definitely do look a lot thinner than the 245s. Okay, we'll do 265s all around, I think, for this car to handle well. And then track width, like I said, I need to change because that looks disgusting. Like, and that's even too much. Like, this one here is perfect. I actually even really like this color. It's got like a weird fade as well. So at the top here, you can see it turns into like a darker green. It's a very, very cool color. You don't really see a lot of manufacturers do stuff like this, like where the paint just fades into the top and it goes a little bit darker. That's very cool. I actually really, really like that. All right, and we're done. Built Honda engine, 478 horsepower, 423 newton meters of torque, and it weighs 1,116 kilos. This whole thing. So, like I said, I just bought a bunch of race parts and added it onto it. So this is what we're looking at here. Our grip has definitely gone up by a lot. It should be so much better to drive as well as a rear-wheel drive now instead of the front-wheel drive that it was before. I'm just going to lower the PSI just slightly on the tires. Not too much here. Gears look very, very awkward, so I'm going to go ahead and change these a little bit. For whatever reason, it had been a 6-speed, for whatever reason, just absolutely messes up everything here. Surely you can do, yeah, surely you can do 200 miles an hour, no problem. I don't know why the graph stops at like 180. Okay, there we go. Okay, let me do this real quick. 190, pretty much 190 miles per hour. Sure, we'll see. And then the rest of the setup, I'm just gonna leave it alone. I'm actually gonna bring this up slightly to about 60%. I'm gonna drop this deceleration down to about 50% there. Right, let's drive it. Let's see what it's like, because this is what's important, is to test out what this thing is actually like to drive. If you guys end up building this thing for something else, maybe for drifting or for drag racing or whatever, and you may think that it's very good for that, send it over on the Discord as usual, and I'm definitely down to try it out. Unfortunately, I'm playing at nighttime here, but oh my god, it sounds so much better with the Honda engine from the inside anyway. Oh, I like the grip. Oh my god. That's nice. Oh my god. It's just the tire change. The tire, the suspension, and it being rear-wheel drive makes an amazing difference to this thing. Oh, it just wants to dart into corners. This is nice. If the race car is anything like this, I think it's going to be very, very good. Oh, this is so nice to drive. Seriously. Once you change the balance of it and give it some better tires and everything, it's great. And also, obviously, we have the VTEC. Variable valve timing. From the inside especially, it sounds so good. Always did in every Forza game. Here's the first time where... Oh. Okay, sure, I'll take it a little bit of sideways, but that's the one corner I wanted to go as fast as possible. Let's see if I take it. Again, it's a little annoying that I'm playing at nighttime now, but damn, it's nice. That is very nice. I need to turn off my skill points again because they're very, very annoying to see up on my screen, but I was doing it for a challenge. It is actually so nice to drive. Yeah, I really like this thing. It's very, very good. I mean, it's kind of built up into S1, so I'm expecting it to be good. That was very weird lag that just happened there. It sort of like threw me forward a little bit more after I paused the game. Anyway, doesn't matter. Let's check out the race car because that's purposely built to be a good, you know, well, race car. So here it is, 340 horsepower, 410 newton meters of torque, and it weighs 1,320 kilos. I'm pretty sure we have had, where is it? This. We had both of these cars, which are absolutely amazing for A-Class 800. Again, 2 cars again for the Chinese market. Is this Lincoln Co., which I remember it being a hell of a good car, and same with the race car. I'm pretty sure both of these is one of these like a meta car. I don't know. You guys can let me know down in the comments below, but I don't remember if it is or not. But I swear one of these is a meta car that people actually still use online. So is the MG, right? Of course, this one that I'm driving right now, or that I will be driving right now, is technically stock, but it is also front-wheel drive. And again, it is a race car, but I don't know why we didn't get one of these to use for the monthly rivals. Very weird. I guess that it's all like, you know, Ford oriented, but it's not really, because we got Renos as rewards, and then we have MG as rewards as well, which is very strange. It feels a little slow. Way to take this thing either up on a hill climb or down on the Golden Toga. I think up on the hill climb would probably be a little bit better, or even better, bring it over onto a Rivals event. Okay, so I decided to bring this thing onto a Rivals event and sort of challenge the MG SVR, which I absolutely loved, like I said, back when I drove it, and I don't know if I built it or someone else built it, I can't remember exactly, but that was such a nice car to drive. I absolutely loved it. And there's not really a lot of cars that are able to sort of match it, so, yeah, obviously, the time that I got was very, very good, but I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try to see if I can beat my old score with this race car that I have right now. Again, this one's completely stock that we have here. Well, stock in terms of I haven't done anything to it in the game. It is just the way it came. So, let's see. Let's have a quick look and see how good this thing actually is. Again, the Lincoln Co., I'm pretty sure if I have an A800 Lincoln Co. built properly for this track, I'll actually end up beating that MG. Because it's actually so good. And I have a bunch of other cars as well that I can possibly beat the MG with. But I want to see if this one can beat his predecessor. I'm just getting a tiniest bit of a run up just so we can kind of assess the first corner here. I know I'm not going to be anywhere near the MG. Power-wise, I probably won't have any power with this thing. Okay, I brake too early. Turns in quite nicely, actually. Could have gone a little bit faster in that corner. This corner, again. Lots of grip turning in. Okay, yeah, the one thing with this car right now that I can see is that it's just lacking acceleration. Everything else, it's great. So I need to keep up its speed as much as I possibly can here, if I want this thing to be actually good. Can I go flat out here? Oh, of course I can. Oh, of course I can. Again, this is front wheel drive, so keep that in mind too. Yeah, there's the MG going. Well, the SVR. Slightly faster. Again, I brake too late, or too early. I know I'm not top 1,000 in that MG anymore because I haven't really done, or I haven't really attempted to go any faster in any other car, but like I said, I think the Lincoln Co. would absolutely smoke that MG if I actually give it a shot. Oh, the grip through the corners in this thing is so nice. It's so nice to drive. I really like it. It just needs more power. Well, I've eaten my personal best already with it. It just needs a tiniest bit more power. That was pretty good cornering. Maybe a tiniest bit too fast, but I've used the entirety of the road though. Even a bit off-road too. I've used every single bit that I could possibly get. Oh, just a bit too fast. I tried to see if I could take that corner in fifth there. Basically just not slow down. But here it's mad that you can just take that corner flat out like that. It all depends on what car you're driving, but I don't think a lot of cars can do it. There probably are some things that I could change on this car. That was bad cornering. That was bad. There are probably a couple of things that I could change on this car. Maybe to, I don't know, bring the class down slightly. And then have it so I can have a little bit more power. I think it is possible. I definitely do think it is possible, but I don't really know exactly what to change. Again, if you guys have any tunes for these, definitely let me know and send them over on the Discord. I'm definitely up for trying these out. And like I said, the Lincoln Co is such a good car that I'd love to compare it to this thing. Either the race car or the regular car. I don't really mind. But just as long as we have like a nice clean comparison with both of them, they have like similar type builds, like even keeping them front wheel drive, for example. Oh, I skipped a little bit there. I went too close to the inside, so I need to go a little wider here. Slow down the tiniest bit more. So go wide, brake. Just like that. Maybe even a tiniest bit faster. I really, really like it. I like this thing. Like I said, especially with it being a front-wheel drive car. I mean, it is a race car. It's built to be very good around corners, but I still expected it to be quite a lot slower than that MG, but I've already beaten my personal best. That was glorious. That was so smooth. Oh, I really kept my speed up there as well. 47.481. You know what? I'm gonna leave it alone at 47.481. With this car being completely untouched. It's done a really good job, in my opinion. I think it's a very good car. Again, like I said, with maybe a couple of changes, you could probably get it to be a little bit quicker. People are definitely changing cars and putting them on like, you know, drag tires or off-road tires or something like that, and they'll like heavily lower the class and then just give it a lot more power, which I've seen a lot of people do, especially with like A-class races and stuff like that, because cars can actually take it and they can handle it quite alright. The only thing is, with this thing being front-wheel drive, I don't know how well it'll handle the drag tires, but I've seen it happen on the Lincoln Co cars as well. So yeah, let's just have a look at where I am in the world with that, of course, after beating my old personal best. And I guess I'll leave it there for this video. Like I said, if you have any tunes that you guys have created for these things that you think are good, send them over. 4,459 out of 1.2 million players, with a lot of cheater scores at the top of these leaderboards as well. So it's not like I'm being very, very serious, or it's not like I'm taking this very seriously. You can see here like 13 seconds and 31 seconds and stuff like that. Like, it's just ridiculous times. But that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, everybody. I wanted to check out both of the new MG6s, and this is pretty much what they're like. I like both of these. I think they're both quite decent cars, even if they're from MG, which is a manufacturer that I couldn't really care about, but they're actually quite nice to drive, both of them, in their both respective ways. But thank you for watching, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you want to see more videos like this on the channel, then of course subscribe, like, comment, share, do whatever it is you guys would like to do. But that's it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.